Hey everybody, it's a friendly neighborhood YouTuber back at it again with another toy review. This time we got Blood Queen. If you guys didn't see my previous review, I did a review of Skull Queen. So this one is going to be of Blood Queen. And doesn't she look awesome? And this is from the Wetworks series. Ceremonial staff and real cloth cape. So I can sacrifice this demon right here. Sacrifice this demon right here. Sacrifice him! Okay, and then back over here, we flip over onto the back here are some of the other Wetworks figures. I had the Frankenstein. Wasn't really too impressed with the Frankenstein. These other figures I really have no aspiration to get whatsoever. Even though that Assassin one does intrigue me, I don't know if I'm going to pick them up or not. If I find them for a cheap price, then maybe I will. Here are some of the other figures, the young blood figures. I did a review of Troll before. If you guys didn't see that, please check that out. Let's see. Here are some of the other Wetworks figures, Series 1. I don't think I've ever seen any of these figures at all, anywhere. So, here are some of the Spawn series, the Series 3. I've done a review of Future Spawn. That was a hilarious video. One of my favorite videos. It was an unboxing of Future Spawn and Mutant Spawn. They turned out really good. Let me see. That Spawn 2 was a really disappointing Spawn. Violator 2, a really good Violator, in my opinion. And then here is Series 4. I haven't done any reviews for these figures. I have maybe like half of them, so... But here's the story of Blood Queen. If we have time, if I'm intrigued, I'm definitely going to read up on her. Now, there's a couple of different variants of Blood Queen. There's her with all the red on, and then she has the black cape. And then here's her with all the black on with the red cape. So I like the red cape better, and her wearing all red didn't seem right. Even though, you know, I would have loved to gotten all the red, you know, maybe some of the red, and then with the red cape, but you can only get one. I could have bought two of them, but we'll see how cool this figure is, and if she's cool, then maybe I'll go back and buy the other one. So I got it for a really cheap price. That's one of the reasons why I love reviewing these figures, is because I get them for a really cheap price, and they're really good. You know, they're really good quality. I'm going to shut up. Well, I'm not going to shut up, but I'm going to open this. I'm going to continue talking this. I'm opening this. But they're really good quality figures. You know, yes, they're not, you know, popular like your, you know, like your Spider-Man or your Superman. But, you know, they're very well done. It's just nobody knows about them. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I like doing these review videos, is because, you know, maybe you guys haven't seen this figure before. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing these kinds of videos. And also, I like collecting, you know, obscure figures. I think I said this previously in one of my other videos. But here is Blood Queen, and this is from 1996. I had to look it up. And let's take her out first, and then we'll look at her weapons. Let's see. Now, she's very pretty. Give you guys a better close-up here. Oh, she's tangled up on something. Her cape is stuck on a piece of tape. Damn it. There we go. Okay, yeah, she's very cool. She's got like a little piece of tape right there holding her hair into place. You know what? I'm going to try to take this tape off, because I want to see her flowing hair. There we go. This little piece of tape holding her ponytail in. And I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys a better close-up. And she's very pretty. You know, this is the same kind of articulation that the Skull Queen had. And there is, she's got like a spike. Oh no, no, it's just part of her wardrobe. Yeah, but she's very cool. I really like her. What I was gonna say is she has the same articulation as the Skull Queen, which is the Skull Queen. I think was from Spawn Dark Ages. And that came out in '98. So this came out in '96, and this is from Wetworks. It's pretty much it's McFarlane Toys, so I'm pretty much certain that it's well, maybe it's not done by the same sculptor. It has somewhat of the same feel to it. She has a really cool face, really cool helmet, and her cape just kind of hangs over her left shoulder. Come in and give you guys a better look. Yeah, like I said, she doesn't have much articulation. She's just pretty much kind of a statue. Move that out the way. But she's very pretty and very unique. I really like that. I like when they do female figures like this. This is really cool. And I do like the arms. I do like the spikes on the arms and the hands. That's what I was looking at on her butt. I was like, what is that? Her tail? It's just a spike. Kind of part of her armor. Why they didn't give her any spikes here at the bottom, but they did give her spikes. They're black spikes, but they're not the gold like that. Which just kind of sucks. Probably would have been looked cooler if they gave her the gold spikes instead of these black spikes for her boots. You know what I mean? I mean, they're going with the whole black and gold theme. Might as well, right? Yeah, she's very cool. Let's check out some of her weapons. Here is her staff. I guess that's her staff. What is this? This would be her weapon, a black sword. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. How does this go? Hold on. Let's take a look at her picture right here. Okay, she holds the staff kind of like that, and then she holds the sword in that hand. Okay, let's read up on the story of her. If you guys don't want to listen to my horrible reading skills, you guys don't have to, but I'm curious to know a little bit more about her, so. Okay, a purebred by birth, the Blood Queen is every bit as deadly as she is beautiful. Queen of the Vampire Nation and ruler of House Rise. She looks to be 30, but is actually over 1,500 years old. A true killer, she keeps her bloodthirst home by hunting a worthy challenger to her supernatural prowess every 17 years. That's kind of a horrible story. I thought she would have a little bit more interesting story to her than that. That's just kind of that's kind of poorly written. That is as poorly written as it was poorly read by me. Let's see. Sword ceremonial staff fits in hand. Okay. Sword fits in hand. Wrist is articulated, so sword can turn. Okay. All right. Well, let's put her weapons in her hands. Maybe I'll feel different about her if we put the weapons in her hand. She has a really cool sword. It's kind of looks like a wand. And this you can't even really place in her hand. She just kind of holds it. That sucks. Why? I hate when they do. Oh wait, there's a peg right here. Okay, there's a peg that goes into her hand where she can hold it. I think that's a peg. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And it kind of goes like so. But it doesn't really peg into her hand. Let's see, let's try this again. Somewhat. It's not really working. I guess like that. Okay. So there's kind of like a little peg and she has like a little peg hole into her hand where you just kind of peg that into her hand. Not bad. I wish they given her a hand to where she could actually grip it. You know what I mean? And she would look really, really better, really, really cool with it. I do like the black and gold and red matching her wardrobe. I mean, overall, she's not bad. You know, the sculpt is really nice. I'm glad they gave her not real hair, but, you know, not plastic hair, so that's always a good thing. Speaking of hair, look at that fur ball over there. Oh my goodness. Let's get a close up on this creature. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing recording me? He has it so good. Well, I'll give you a better close-up of her staff. Would it be her staff, or would it be, what did it say? Was it her staff, or was it her, it's the ceremonial staff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's not bad. She looked really cool on display. Like I said, she is kind of statue form, so. You know, one thing, excuse me, one thing I love about these figures from the 90s is that they were built tough. You know what I mean? They're not like the action figures of today where they're just so flimsy. And probably a lot of the flimsiness comes from, you know, the articulation that a lot of these figures have. You know, with the 90s, they didn't have much articulation, so they were built much sturdier. And plus they use better plastic back in the day. You know, nowadays, you know, they're trying to conserve on money, and they're trying to make as much money as possible. You know, now they pump out these, you know, Marvel Legends, you know, that probably only cost maybe cents to make, you know, probably 37 cents or maybe 97 cents, who knows. And they pop them out and they sell it to us for 20 bucks, and they make a $19 profit pretty much. You know, with these figures, you know, they use high quality, better plastic in the 90s that they did now. And, you know, this figure, you know, back in the day, it probably cost the same back then than it does now because of inflation. But then again, these figures were only going for like, what, $5.99 or something like that, you know, or $6. So they were only making like a, you know, maybe a $4 or $5 profit. So nowadays they make shitloads of money off of us when they sell us the cheap Marvel Legend toys. You know what I mean? Let's see. Her head does turn. It's on a little swivel. Yeah, I kind of like her like that. That's really cool. She doesn't really need the staff. She kind of looks good like that, right? I might use the staff for something else. I don't know. But yeah, she's definitely durable. Articulation, hands lift up, legs just kind of walk. Or turn, they don't really walk, they just kind of turn. But yeah, she's really cool. I really like her. She'll go really, really well and when you put her on display. But she's nicely done, beautifully done, and I got her for a cheap price. It always makes me happy when I get a quality figure like this, and I get her for dirt cheap. And she's really well done. I really like her a lot. Okay, guys, I'll give you my score. 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. I really like her, you know. She looks good on camera, and looking at her in person, she looks really good in person. She'll look really good on display. So, with that being said, she's almost damn near perfect. I'm not going to count the articulation or factor in the articulation because, like I said this many times before, she's a 90s figure, so you can't really, you know, give her a real score if you count the articulation, but I'm not counting the articulation. So she looks good in person, looks good on camera. The cape definitely adds a whole different, gives her a whole different dimension. If she didn't have it, she would look really plain, you know what I mean? You know what, I'll give her, I was thinking about giving her a 9, but that would be too high. I mean, I'll give her an 8. You know, I think 8 is fair. It's a fair score. You know, if I can't give her a 9 because I mean she is good and she is nice. The sculpture is good, but you know, at the same time, if you look at it in person, it's kind of plain, kind of simple. But yeah, it's beautifully done, and the sculpt is beautifully done. You know, I don't want to give her a 9 because that'll kind of diminish my rating system because I've given other figures 9, um, and she doesn't rank up there with them with those other 9s. And I've given other maybe better figures lower scores than her. So overall, I'll give her a 9. I mean, not a 9, but an 8. Because she'll look really cool on display, and then you put her with the previous figure that I reviewed, Skull Queen, and yeah, that they would look really awesome together. So there you go, guys. There is my little review of Blood Queen. This is the Blood Queen from the Wetworks series from McFarlane Toys. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, don't hit the dislike button. Just write something. Say, I don't know if I like this figure or not. Or say, hey, Jason, that score of 8 was a little bit too high. I own this figure and she doesn't deserve an 8. Or I look at this figure myself and she's not all that great, so she doesn't deserve an 8. Well, the Blood Queen disagrees with you, fella. I like him. I like him. I like it. I like it. Okay, guys. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Vigo Video. Follow me on Facebook, and of course, follow me here on YouTube. Like I said, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more cool videos of obscure figures like this woman right here, this queen right here, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.